Evening all, welcome back to Clash of Clans. So we now have, I think, just a continuation of our kind of look at the last war we had, and we're going to look at today some of the kind of army consistencies. We're going to look at maybe some of the attacks, etc. Look at this. This is my new, this is my new base defense. It's nice, isn't it? People think I'm kind of, sneaky having my town hall outside. It is a great thing to do because it gives you free shields because people just want your precious trophies. And they're welcome to them. But what I do is I actually pack traps around them as well. So as you can see, look, this is just a wonderful, look at that. Still makes me smile every time I look at this one. Look at that, boom. Wherever they place troops, there's a bomb or a turret waiting to just zap them. And here they go, look, they're going for it, they're going for it, they're going for it. And look at that, every single shot, killing, blap, dead. And then look at that, they're dropping one more, boom. This is hilarious. It's literally like a comedy of errors. But there we go. So, you know, this is one of the wonders of base defense. I think definitely this is working well for me. Eventually the traps are all used, and then eventually another attack might come in while you're asleep, and then they do kill your town hall. So you still get the benefit of your thingamajig. So look at that, 25. Got 25 things for that. That's pretty awesome. I'm sure you'll agree. So that's my new design there. That's actually what it is currently. This is filmed maybe a week ago, but that hasn't changed because I basically rushed town halls, which I know everyone's going to tell me is stupid. But here we go. Look, there's another one. Let me just show you another one. But I think really rushing town halls was not the best thing I could have done because it's become a lot harder. Basically, I've got all of my loot from basically doing the search function for bases to attack, because I would then just, I've spent in one sitting alone 100,000 coins looking for the ideal base, but I then found some dude with 300,000 gold and elixir, and I took it all. So that's what I do, and this is the way you should possibly do it. Look at this, great example here from Jason. Look at this. So this is a very high level base, but you've got a very high level player here who's also pretty good at this kind of thing. And look at, just watch the loot. I mean, seriously, the amount of loot that this attack builds and wins is amazing. Again, it's just a giant rush with healer backup and wizards and barbarians, etc. So it's a very cleverly done, orchestrated attack. And I think seriously, this is the best way to do it. But look at that. So eventually they rush all the way into the middle of the base, and look at the loot being taken here. Look at that. That is just obscenely good. And I think a great example of how you can have very high level attacks, but also this is no different to a low level attack. So in terms of tactics, we don't really talk tactics on these videos because I'm a noob, I don't know. But when you see like replays like Jason's here, you can see the spirit of what they're doing. So they've used an aggression spell, which is very nice. And it basically increases the damage, so it's a DPS increaser. And then what they're doing is just pretty much putting the giants in as a tank, healers then behind them, and then the damaged DPS troops in this case are the queen and king. So it's pretty simple mechanics really, but it's the ability to do it right that takes practice. You have to basically put down your troops right, if that makes sense. But I think when it does work, it is something quite special. And look at the loot that he's looted here. I mean, this is an unbelievable amount of loot, and I think just a wonderful example of how this game, like any game, gives you that reward if you put the effort in. And I think just having the right army. So, for example, I watch generally all the fights that happen each war we do, and some guys just don't get it. So we kind of just advise them. We say, look, I've been told this works. I've also tried it and it does. Therefore, you should try it. And we've had like guys who would throw like 20 goblins at an army target, knowing they're not going to do anything, but they just want to use an attack because it then looks like they're helping. Well, that isn't helping. That's actually even worse. What we then say is, get 6 giants, get 3 healers, and get 5-10 wizards, and get the rest archers. Throw them in at a strategic way and go for it. But look at that. So look at how much loot he stole then. That's just wonderful. And I was recording it just as he did it. It was all lovely and live. So I think it's awesome. So so here we go. He's actually going to expect it on the next video. And here we are. Well done, Jason. So I think really, the fun of the clan is definitely worth doing. We do have the clan, as I say. We are full. But people, well, we did have a few people coming and going, but I think now because we've got so many people that want in, I think, be careful if you leave because you may lose your spot. We can't guarantee anybody's spot, so just bear that in mind. We are going to do twice weekly clan wars, and I will give you a bit of a warning. If you don't fight in any of them, you're going to be kicked. So, you have to be used to fighting. We don't want to just run this clan for the benefit of, sitting around doing nothing. We actually do want to do, fights and wars. So just be aware to fight. Another thing to probably bear in mind is I actually am making great progress with the campaign map. So look at this. I mean, as you get towards the bottom of the single-player campaign map, it is actually incredible how much money there is to be made from these maps. And this is a great example here. So look, we've got this is, a pretty scary base. Those 6 turrets are terrifyingly deadly. But with the healers, and then obviously a choice lightning strike, that's obviously worked out lovely. But look at the amount of loot that's available here. And as you get to the last few, 3 levels, it's I think 500,000, of each. So that's bloody amazing when you think about it, isn't it? So, definitely give the campaign a go as well. I think, it really does come down to, fighting should be the reason you're playing this game. I know that's so flipping obvious, but you would be amazed how I think sometimes people think that fighting is not this. It's about building a nice pretty base with flower beds and flags. No, it's not. We want to fight. We want to have a bit of fun. We're not serious about this. We just want to have good fights, as the old meme went. And I think really, this is why this is why we play games like this. It's because it's always cool to do the wars, and it's always cool to raid for people's loot because you can have fun. Look at that, 200k resources. That was just absolutely needed. And this is why people ask me, where'd you get your money to upgrade so quick? You're gemming it, aren't you, Pyrex, as Trouble says. No, I'm not. I actually don't. I'm being quite cunning and aggressive with my build choices. So here we go, just rebuilding the army again. Again, it's just simply around 10 wizards, 3 healers, 6 to 7 giants, maybe more with the later levels. 3 lightning strikes, you can take out AA, and then just the rest archers or barbarians or whatever you want. And I find that works pretty well. I've got to admit, it's not let me down yet, but it's starting to have trouble with the very last levels where you probably need the highest level troops, so just bear that in mind. And the reinforcements are obviously incredibly useful as well. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Join us next time as we'll do a bit of a retrospective on the war we won. Woohoo!